Offene Arme CESRT volunteers. Follow me back to where it all began. The journey of CESRT Offene Arme started here in Sunrooms.
At 8th of October of 2015 was the first time that I saw a landing. It was early in the morning and I heard people screaming. I went to the square of Megalimnonas and people were wet and in shock. I decided to bring them in my home and try to give them whatever I had. I wasn't the only one. Many locals did the same thing many times back then.
After the big shock that I had from my first landing, straight away I had to do something. I decided that I had to do something, so I came here. That was a place that some locals have. In this place inside, they have gathered clothes and supplies, and thousands of people, hundreds of people every day, they were landing in this specific place, and I was helping with other volunteers, locals, all the locals opened their arms at that times and helped so many people. The children were screaming, freezing, they were in shock, and we had here tables and hundreds of people every day, day and night, in this small storage. The children are coming soaking wet. They just arrived. We have so many children, women, pregnant. Europe, wake up! But after a while, the need was so great, and we had to go with other volunteers in every other places where the people were landed. So we were putting, as we said, from sunrooms, from the basement, clothes into the cars, and we were going to all the source of heal. While I was volunteering here with the locals, a woman from Switzerland, a Greek woman, called me and she told me, I want to help a local organization. I said, I'm not a local organization, I'm an individual person like all the others that help the people. And said, I want a pure local person to help with supplies. So this is how we started taking supplies, and slowly, small boxes came, more boxes, then pallets, then trucks, and then containers. This woman opened the gates for me, and she learned me so many things for this field that I didn't know from before. Back in November 2015, here in this garden, I did a very important meeting that was going to change my life and the lives of thousands of volunteers and asylum seekers and refugees. We were here 10 locals and a German volunteer, and he asked us if we would like to bring more volunteers, independent from all over the world, to help in the source of Chios, because there were so many landings happening at that times. So 10 people, and nobody wanted to be the focal point, and I said, okay, I can do it. I thought it would not last long, but 5 years after, here we are, still here. It was here, in number 4. In this room, we started collecting aid, volunteers from all over the world, and we were created here, the first car stock that since then we are using it in the landings. After room 4, about December, at that times, we had received so many supplies that it was impossible to keep them inside in a room of 25 square meters. So we decided to go in the basement of some rooms, that it was about 500 square meters, and we filled it all with supplies from all over the world. Trucks were starting coming, pallets starting coming from the garden, volunteers were running like crazy to do sorting the clothes, prepare the car stocks, and get ready for landings. We had so big amount of donations that were coming from all over the world that it was impossible to keep them in some rooms. So here we brought them. Doesn't remember the Bethe, an unofficial camp. This was full of tents and many asylum seekers were living here. Who will not remember the distributions of the milk, the oranges, and the other supplies that we were giving here. Suda camp, a camp that we all want to forget, but we will never. There are no words to describe how I feel me standing here and remember all what happened here in Suda back to 2015-16. Suda camp now is in silence, but who can forget the voice of the children running? How many thousands of asylum seekers have been allocated here after their landings? Here all this area was full of tents, big, small, the beach all over the place. Here was standing the first boutique of CESRT. We had a container and we were giving clothes and we were distributing clothes from here. We are in the main square of Chios. Here, in August of 2016, we started lessons for adults, English and other lessons, that they were really successful, and a few months later, because of the cold, we went in another place. Because of the cold weather, we decided to move from the square of Chios and to go to a building very near from the square, and we established the CESRT Language Center. There are no words to describe how I'm feeling this moment. In my ears, I can hear children calling me Mama Tula inside in the tents when we were going inside to provide aid. Our volunteers doing activities, our volunteers sharing tea, milk, and so much aid that was needed at that times. Hundreds of volunteers from many organizations have been distributing aid from here, and so many humanitarian actions happened. We will never forget. This used to be the parents and toddlers' house. Hundreds of children came with their parents, and they had a warm shower, brand clean clothes, and the play area that they were having creative moments with our volunteers. Many asylum seekers, they were landing in this beach. So we were opening the warehouse, and 24/7 we were giving them clothes and aid, food and water. And many times we were running like crazy to bring them a cup of tea, a hot tea, always with open arms. Another important place, the watchtower. So here, our volunteers and other organizations, they were coming here and they were spotting the binoculars at the boats. Hello? Yes, okay, where is it? Bocaria. Do you know how many people about? About 30. Okay, thank you. We'll be there in 30 minutes. Thank you. Guys, we have a landing in Bocaria. There are about 30 people. In 15 minutes, we will meet in the warehouse. Please arrange, put a kettle for the tea. Thank you. Here we are back to the Hope Center, back to 2018, when the need was so big and we had to move from here to this location, 2 kilometers away from Vial. Parents, children could come here to have a shower, to take fresh clothes. Our volunteers are amazing, as always. In this Hope Center, we started from scratch. There were nothing. It was an empty place. And we fixed floors, toilets, kitchen, everything that was for facilities for the people to have access. CESRT Language Center. Was the third location that we were doing lessons for the asylum seekers and refugees in Chios. In March of 2018, and after operating CESRT for 3 years, the authorities asked me to become an NGO.
In the spring of 2018, I was on Chios for the 4th time working with the team, and there was a situation where we got under pressure by the government, by the authorities, to register within 1 week, we were told, as an NGO. And we had never been an NGO. It was an independent team of volunteers. But we started discussing our options. Do we form an organization? Do we work with an existing one? And I was on the phone with the board of Offene Arme, which we had started about a year earlier, mainly to do fundraising in Germany for the work of CESRT, to have a German account number for donors. And we were a registered charity by then. And after some discussion, we decided, yes, we will become basically the legal umbrella for this team. We will provide the legal support so that CESRT can function as an NGO registered with the government. And whilst I'm saddened that what was meant to be emergency response in a crisis situation 5 years ago is still ongoing and is still needed, I'm really happy that we can do what we are doing to support the amazing work the volunteers are doing on the ground, that we can provide a framework in which this work can happen.
I had only 1 week to take this decision to become an NGO, or by my own to fix the NGO, a Greek NGO, or to be the legal representative of another team. It was a difficult decision, but we found the right person and the right organization to be underneath. So a few months later, we were under the umbrella of Offene Arme.
came here, so I'm Peter Mastello.
Yeah. Peter Mastello always,
Yam.
I love you, yeah. Marie Teresa, see you in Spain.
That's from 2018. Emma.
Yeah.
Also
Sorsa, Emma, Cristina, Margot, Sara, and here, Mohammed,
This is fading too.
Monica, Henry,
Jose? Is that Jose?
Jose, yeah, this is Sarah, Suzanne, Michaela, Kendra, I will not believe it. We are always in the meetings and she's saying, can you make a free comment? So since
Can I
then,
make a free comment?
can I make
Is
a
that
free
where
comment?
free comment came
Yeah,
from?
the free comment came from Kendra.
Oh my
Yes. Every volunteer have affected the team. And Gary came and he said, so we will not lift the boxes. I will take these two metallic
Trolleys.
trolleys.
Yeah.
And you say, you have to do it. Tula, you have to do it. I say, okay, we'll do it. So, Sol, probably Sol from the art group. Sol, Melody, Dennis was here. Miguel. How many memories from here, isn't it?
Nice.
Gary. Ah, here! Yeah, Pita Mastello! Pita Mastello! Okay, Yasas, what is that?
Hello everyone, my name is Abbas Shafari. I live in Norway and I want to deliver a small message to one of the amazing people I ever met in my life. I was one of a refugee that came to Greece, Chios Island in 23rd of March 2016. After landing on an island, the first people that I met was the CESRT team, and I was amazed how volunteers reached out us in 15 minutes, and especially all volunteers started helping us with love and a big smile on their faces. After when I started getting know the other member of the CESRT team, it affected my life completely. The way they were helping every single refugee in an island with a big smile on their faces, it totally changed my life. It totally it motivated me and gave me a lot of hope. I'm truly thankful of Tula and every single volunteers who are giving their 100% on helping every single refugees on from the beginning and until now. You guys are amazing. God bless you all. I wish and I love to be a volunteer of team CESRT team one day. Lots of love for CESRT and all the volunteers. I want to deliver a small message to Tula. Tula, you and your team are amazing and one of the most beautiful and wonderful people I ever met. I love you all and appreciate everything you did for us. Happy Christmas. Lots of love. Take care.